that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad in pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Sit. Ready?
59. Hey, pick your 8. Switch.
Hey, come on.
Let's go, right here.
Ready?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check safety.
Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
It should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
I'm coming after you. Check. Back.
Solid.
On second and 9, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early. They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain. What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on. Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air. And then my favorite. Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready? 59. Watch the run.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Howard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 59,
Mike to 59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. On first down, they run with Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. On first and goal, Howard. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second and goal, Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Throwing is Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. 3rd and 2, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 20.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, Newton. This is brought in by Gibson. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a signal in the timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Gun. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check. Off.
From the 50, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check. Switch.
Running with Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rip left.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Gun. Check, 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 8. Lots 59. Express. Too little, Cupcake.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
You better bring.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made by Brandon.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Switch. Check 24. Check 24.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Throwing now is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Newton on first down. Steps away to his left. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A shotgun snap for Newton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go.
To throw is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 65 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Howard. And all the way down to the 26. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Howard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, running right is Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. A give to Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, Dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sunday.
On play action, Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And Jeffrey's got it. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They go with Howard again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
20. Check. Lucky.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Newton's going to throw it. Able to shake him off, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 50. They can't handle with that.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Check 3. Check 3. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Gun.
Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
Here we go on fourth. Newton escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
It's out of time. It's out of time. Watch the twist.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. One final try now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.